My name is Afsaneh Nahalvandi. I am a professor in the School of Public Administration. I have taught this course many times, and I'm the author of one of the books that you'll be using in this course. This course is designed to provide you with an understanding of leadership concepts, theories, and applications. So it has the name of leadership skills very appropriately in that we don't only focus on the general concepts, but we will help you develop your own leadership skills and focus on what you can do to become a better leader. The course is focused on kind of three general philosophical things. I started teaching this course many years ago in a variety of departments, and what I found is that I couldn't find a text that brought together the theory, the concepts, and the practice of leadership all in one. Course is designed for people who are either clearly in management type environments or people who are just interested in leadership, which I hope all of you are. All of us can certainly become better leaders. What we found in the past 5, 10 years, certainly 20 years even, is that there's a tremendous need for our society, our organizations, our institutions to have the ability to identify, train, educate, and develop good leaders. We really care who our leaders are, sometimes probably too much, but it's really important for any group, for any organization, to have the leader who can guide people to crisis, who can guide through change. So it's become a very important topic. We talk a lot about our leaders, and rightly so. They have a lot of influence on what happens to us in organizations. They certainly have a lot of influence on what happens to us in society. And historically, leaders obviously have mattered. A couple of things I want you to keep in mind as you go through this course. The course is about leaders, so we're going to focus on the person of the leader. But leadership is a social process, so it can't happen without followers. Any success in leadership happens because the followers work hard, because they make sacrifices. The armies that move and the world and change the world for good or bad are the followers. They're not the leaders. So the leaders don't exist without the followers, and that's a very important concept for you to keep in mind. We're going to be focusing on the person of the leader, but the followers are a huge part of that context, and leadership is about followers. It's about others. It's not about the person that leads. The second thing that I'd like you to keep in mind is if I ask many of you right now how many of you believe that there are born leaders, some really special people who have magical skills, chances are many of you would say, oh yes, I can think of, and people often come up with names such as John F. Kennedy or Nelson Mandela or Martin Luther King or Mahatma Gandhi. When we look at leaders like that, we often think they are the ones who have some magical, wonderful skill. And if you've had a chance to meet one of those wonderful, magical leaders, they really do look like they have an incredible ability that they are born with. The practice and theory and research in leadership clearly does not support the fact that they're only born leaders. Leaders are made, which is why, by taking this course, you can improve your leadership skills. There might be some characteristics such as very good communication ability or some being very extroverted that might support and help becoming a leader. But the skills that go into leadership are like any other skills. They can be improved with practice, they can improve with knowledge. So leaders are not born, they are made. And that is a theme that you'll find in this class. As a result of developing knowledge, as a result of practice, you can become better. And if you have never led, you can learn how to lead and start from a good foundation. So the two concepts that I want you to keep in mind as you go throughout the course is the context is very important, and followers are a huge part of that context. We're going to talk about some other ones throughout the course. And the second one is it might take a lot of work, like everything else. If you want to be a good tennis player, you've got to practice. If you want to play an instrument, you've got to practice. Leadership, like any other skill, can be learned, but it takes practice. So if you've tried something once with a group of teams that you had in a class or volunteers that you've led and you weren't very good at it, don't despair. It's practice that really makes a leader. It's opportunity to experiment, try different things, get feedback, and you will get some of that in this course through the exercises and self-assessments that we will be working on. So keep those two in mind, and then you're going to have a wonderful experience. This course is, I think, something that should be required for everyone. I'm really glad you decided to sign up for it. You will come out of there knowing a lot about the concepts and theories of leadership in any organization, regardless of whether you're in a business organization, nonprofit, governmental organization, any kind of organization. Your leadership skills will help you and you will come out with some good practice and hopefully some kind of good follow-up for you to do as you go through your life and career on how I can focus on becoming a better leader.